Peace, 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 peace. I am tripping. Had my mic way away from me. Peace, what is going on, world? Happy Friday, man. Shout out to everyone in the chat already. Welcome to another episode of Substantial Weekly. Of course, my name is Substantial. Yeah, man, if it's your first time to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the like button, all that good stuff. Y'all know what it is, man. Feed the algorithm, as folks love to put it. But yo, man, a lot to get into today. I'm actually heading out of town in a few hours and stuff, man. And so, we're going to get into a couple different things, a lot of updates. Today is going to be very Bop Alloy heavy in terms of what's happening with this album. We just received the second to last vocals from one of the collaborators. We technically have two other collaborators we're waiting on, but we'll get into all of that in a bit. But shout out to everyone in the chat already. Shout out to Early Bird, who was first, per usual. Shout out to my sister from another Mr. Stephanie Gale. Tuning in from home for a change, you know what I mean? Got your feet up. I hope you're resting well. I'm sure you're working hard, but I hope you're getting some rest too. Peace to Kais. What's going on, Soul Tiger? And shout out to everyone else watching who maybe hasn't joined the chat, but good to see you here, and I appreciate you. What up, David? All right. And be so kind, please hit that like button, man. If you can share and you're willing to share, that is also greatly appreciated too. The goal has already been launched for today. Today's goal is to reach, 5 contributions, whether they are here through the super chat on YouTube or it is through PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, etc. And one of the things I got to add as well is we can also take Zelle. For whatever reason, I've just never added it there. But if that's easier for folks, I will start adding that too. But yeah, man. So however you choose to contribute, when we hit our goal of 5 today, instead of playing an unreleased song, we're gonna spit some bars live on the show. So y'all let me know if that's something y'all are laughing at stuff. If that's something y'all are interested in, go ahead, contribute today, and we can go ahead and make that happen for the show. If not, all good, no love lost. I'm here as I am every Friday at noon, so you know what it is. I'm thinking to make sure I did everything. I believe I have. Hold on, checking a quick. Yeah. Big announcement for the channel. This is a major help for the channel going forward. So some of you may have noticed that there is a join button now, which means that I am finally allowed to have members for the channel. And so, man, I just wanted to take a second to give y'all all heads up. That means that you can be a subscriber to the channel, and contribute that way. Which also means that some of the exclusive content that I typically maybe share on things like Patreon, et cetera, I will make some of that content, the ones that are easiest to upload to YouTube. Some of that content will be available here. We'll also talk about some exclusive content that'll only be available on YouTube because of the video features and stuff like that, that will start coming over this way. So yeah, man, huge deal. Just wanted to give y'all a heads up. I think the lowest levels like either $2 or $3.99, and I think it goes all the way up to like 20. So you can choose what level you want to join at. But most importantly, man, I would love to know from y'all what type of members only content would you like. I know part of what I'm gonna do is make like certain video content that is pre-edited and stuff, and it isn't necessarily live. Will be exclusive, exclusively released here like weeks in advance and stuff like that. So one of the things that's going to come here to the YouTube channel is like the live show that I'm about to do on Bandcamp. The replay only lasts on Bandcamp. It only stays up on Bandcamp for roughly like 2 days, like 48 hours. And if you don't catch it after, then you won't be able to watch it again. So part of what I plan to do is take that video and then upload it here to the YouTube channel in the members only section. So members can rewatch it whenever they want, can revisit it. If you miss it the night of the Bandcamp joint and can't get to it within the 48-hour window, if you're a member, you can come back and watch it over here. I'll also, like, don't worry, to my Patreon folks, this is not also, let me be clear, this is not a money grab to make you donate via every live, also sign up for Patreon, be a Bandcamp subscriber, and be a YouTube member. That is not what I'm asking you to do. I'm asking everyone who is willing to support like that to figure out which place makes the most sense for you. Bandcamp has a ton of limitations, so that's probably the place where you get the least, unless you're just a person who's only concerned about the music. Patreon is kind of a catch-all where you get everything, and some of the merchandise when you sign up for certain periods of time. That's a big perk over there. With that, it's automated. So whether I'm actively posting over there or not, you still receive certain things in the mail just by staying a member over a certain period of time. And then over here on YouTube, it's going to be more video focused, and maybe some different posts and stuff that I'll let y'all know what's happening behind the scenes for certain things. So you get to choose. You got options. And so if you're a person who typically enjoys just like, man, I'm good with this YouTube world, then this is great news. Now, as an educator, it is a responsibility, in my eyes at least, to inform y'all why I did not do this sooner, right? Because y'all know I'm an independent artist, and I teach people how to thrive as an independent artist on a regular basis, right? Outside of consulting, you know, I've been teaching at Omega Recording Studios for 10 years. I'm doing classes there. I've done classes over at Crescendo and all over the country, right? And also abroad, working with young artists. So the reason why this hasn't happened here sooner is because a feature that YouTube announced a very long time ago was you setting up a musician page. So you'll notice by my name, you'll see a music symbol, right? It's kind of like, all right, verified musician page. But then also what it does is it links any music that's automatically uploaded to YouTube from my distributor. From my distributor is automatically linked to this channel. So that means that any of my music that's uploaded across YouTube, those numbers impact my channel, right? Like how many overall views I have, the plays, subscribers, unless people subscribe to the Substantial Topic page, which is crazy, like considering like they still haven't figured out how to merge those two things. But like once you do. But anyway, when I initially signed up for that, what I didn't learn until they introduced it and a couple weeks went by was that when they introduced the whole membership thing, musicians couldn't do it, right? If you had a music page on YouTube, which they pushed so hard, like, yo, yeah, you should sign up for a music page because blah, blah, blah. And a lot of us did it because it seemed interesting. It seemed like a great way to kind of help all of those analytics come to your channel and drive more traffic your way. But then you learn that when they introduced the membership thing, that was not something we could do initially. And then I saw recently, I don't know how long this has been available. I didn't research that. But I noticed recently that when I was going into my monetization section and looking at the different options and was just up, I was doing an overhaul. Y'all might have noticed like things look a little different over here at YouTube. At least if you go to my main channel. Yeah, man, like when I was just checking out everything and updating the YouTube channel, that's when I noticed. I was like, oh, I can do this now. Because I've been looking at it for years and I knew it was something great that I could do. You know, and it'd be a great way to monetize the channel, but was unable to do it, as most musicians were unable to do for a very long time. And this was something I brought up when I was working with them, trying to figure out like why we were unable to do that and other channels could, no problem. But just another one of the 1,000,001 reasons why this lifestyle, man, as a musician, this shit is not for everybody. It is not for everybody. Because oftentimes things are made far more difficult than they need to be, specifically for people who want to pursue this as a full-time thing and make a living doing it. You know, especially in a day and age where music is believed to be free and is grossly undervalued, which it already was before that whole idea of getting music for free became a thing. And so, yeah, man, it's challenging, but that's great news. Happy. We'll clap it up for that. It's definitely good. So definitely wanted to let you all know. But let's get back to the chat because I know I've been neglecting some of y'all, and I apologize. Steph, I'm glad to hear that you're kicking your feet up soon. You definitely deserve it, sis. Hey, man, y'all, everyone show love to Steph. One, because it's Steph, y'all, and Steph is the best. I love her dearly. But also because, you know, Steph is, you know, a essential employee, right? An essential worker. And and I'm sorry to just be putting your business out here, Steph, is, you know, I just feel like our community deserves to know that you are one of the people that's been showing up like to work like for free. You know, while there was some support early on, but like this has not been easy. So shout out to Steph. I just wanted to show you some love and make other folks here on the channel aware of what's been going on with you. And just a reminder that if you have the ability to support any of the things that Steph is doing, maybe picking up some of Steph's music over on Bandcamp or the different sites, that you should do that. You know, because we definitely believe in supporting our own and taking care of our community and taking care of just good people in general, man. Like we got to look out for each other. So love you dearly, Steph. Appreciate you. Thank you for spending time with us. You know, I know it has not been easy for you. Also, shout out to my niece. I need to give her a call. She actually does similar work to Steph, you know, and is also in the same situation. So I definitely need to check in with her as well, you know. Let's see. How about a level where you give feedback on someone's work? Hey, I'm with that. I'm definitely down to do that. And hey, sis, I appreciate you. Thank you. Clap it up real quick. Shout out to Steph for always coming through. Drop your links in the chat so we can support. Absolutely. Please do, Steph. And I think you're a part of our Discord as well. Feel free. We have a whole music section and an entertainment section. So you can always come through. Drop your links in there for people to check out what you're working on. And then Steph also has a podcast that she does called Random Thoughts on Sundays. So definitely check that out, you know. You already know. You know what I mean? Love you like cook food on a Sunday. All right. Or any day of the week for that matter. But you know what that reference refers to. But anyway, let's see. Also, love learning how to do things personally. Like hip hop history lessons with Stan will get my money. Word. I appreciate that. I feel like with me getting older, I'm doing those type of things unintentionally, like, you know, that back in 83 such and such was you know what I mean, like I'm already one of those guys, so that makes a lot of sense. I need to grab, I think I got something over here so I can what am I doing? I am sitting in front of a computer, but because I'm an old head, I was like, man, let me write this stuff down, even though there's a computer where I can type all of this up right in front of me. You know what I mean? Or like 5 gray hairs came in as as I was processing that. Oh, in other news, let me start typing this down before I forget. But man, I got to tell y'all about some BS. And just, you know, obstacle number 1,000,003 for an indie artist. All right, so let's see. YouTube member ideas. All right, so one is hip hop history. All right, hip hop history with substantial. All right, and then we can do the other one, which was taking it back. Yep, give feedback on artist work. Love that. It's funny, I've been thinking about doing that. I know that's a thing that other folks already do, and just something to know about me. Like I'm not one of those people that see a person doing a thing and automatically thinks, hey, let me do the same thing they're doing. So if there are things that you know is a common thing or whatever that a lot of people do, just know that I probably have considered it, but like just the era I come up come up from in hip hop, if someone's doing a thing, I don't automatically think, yo, let me do this exact same thing. You know what I mean? Because you know, you were ridiculed for taking someone's idea, even if it was a really good idea. So you know, that's why you don't see me do certain things sometimes. It's just because I feel like I look around and I see a lot of people doing it, which is usually a cue that maybe, hey, you should do this too. But that's just not the way I was raised, I guess. You know what I mean? So I appreciate y'all letting me know if those are things that you want to see me do. In spite of that, I'm with it. You know what I mean? Let's see. Anybody dressing up for Halloween? If I do dress up for Halloween this year, which I probably won't, but if I do, I'm gonna dress up like Ghost from Power. That's usually my default. If I ain't got like a elaborate costume, my default is to just dress up in all black with a black hoodie, and then throw on a pea coat over top of it with like running shoes, black gloves. You know what I mean? Which I'm sure is terrifying in certain communities when I come through. Good for them. You know what I mean? Get your heart pumping. But yeah, I have no intention of dressing up this year. But if I do, it's probably Ghost from Power. You know what I mean? It's the easiest thing to do. I do at some point of time, like if I cosplay or at some point or dress up for Halloween next year. I love the show Way of the House Husband. So that's something I've been thinking about doing for a minute. I just haven't done it. Let's see. Gonna try to come to Stan's event in Tyson's Corner. Yeah, man, it'd be great to see you. Yeah, and so we're gonna get to all of that stuff in a second. But so let me tell you, now that I've wrote those two things, we're gonna say this thing and then we gotta get into everything else. And by the way, we are 4 super chats away from hitting our goal today already. Shout out to Happy Mochi. All right. So yeah, I've been getting a lot of emails, DMs about Titus Union: A Son Was Born and how it's currently not streaming on Apple Music, and hasn't been for 2 months now. So that's 2 months that album hasn't been up there, and I've been missing revenue, like because of the fact that, you know, Apple Music is like top 3 platforms in terms of streaming. It might be top 2 if I'm not mistaken. I think it is top 2. And so, granted, people stream a lot more on Spotify, but like, you know, it's like, I think maybe Spotify's like maybe twice the size of Apple Music. So anyway, the reason why I bring this up is because, I finally got a real answer from my distributor, because I'd asked one person before and they just thought we needed to correct some things and resubmit. So we did that, resubmitted, and it still wasn't on Apple Music. So what I found out yesterday, let me tell you this bullshit. They basically, Apple Music had questions about my affiliation with Nujabes. They were like, because, you know, one of the things that's on the deluxe version is an official remix that Nujabes did of Ain't No Happy Endings. And even though he's listed in the credits as a producer and all of these different things, they basically question whether or not, like, you know, because, and this is a real thing. There's a song right now. If you see a song called Letters to Nujabes featuring Substantial on streaming, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Like, that's not a song. It got my name on it, but I ain't got nothing to do with that song. And so that's something I'm still looking into. I got to figure out who their distributor is, because I got to contact them to either get them to take my name off of the song, or the song got to come down completely. Which, you know, I had a situation before where someone jacked my vocals from something and then released it as an official feature without hitting me up, and had the nerve. Like, the artist was super cool about it, because he was like, yo, keep it a buck, fam. It wasn't even my idea. The producer, he threw my man under the bus. And so they were really, really not they, like as in the artist and the producer, but the producer was really, really disrespectful when we were talking. And so I just was like, fam, you got 24 hours, you know what I mean, to contact your distributor before I contact them. And I'm not trying to get your whole catalog removed, because like these type of things can hurt your relationships with distributors. And I was like, bro, I'm just giving you a chance to do it yourself, so I ain't got to do that. And the artist was cool with it. The producer was like trying to make me prove who I was, this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, hey, fam, I ain't doing all. He's like, nah, man, I need a phone call, this, that, and the third. I was like, nah, bro, and I need a paper trail. You know what I mean? So I ain't gonna get a paper trail outside of email and social media interactions and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, this is all you get from me because I don't know you. I don't know you. And he's like, well, how do I know it's you? I'm like, hey, fam, listen, either way, I know that you ain't get permission. So it's like, and I ain't in the business of proving who I am. That shit is ridiculous to me. So I had to get the joint pulled. So in this case with Apple Music, I asked them straight up. I was like, yo, I don't really understand why the burden of proof falls on me when, if you go to Nujabes's page, I am listed like on almost every album that's up there. So this isn't really very difficult. I do not think this is difficult because y'all sure as hell ain't contacting me, because I understand Nujabes is a lot more popular than me, but you're not contacting me to verify that like, you know, that he had permission to, or his label had permission to list me as an artist on there. And so yeah, it's like, because they're a big artist, you just assume that everybody that's supposed to be there is supposed to be there. And so I just found it crazy that was even a question, considering how easy it is to vet it. And my distributor said the same thing I said. And so they were like, yo, I don't think it's going to come back to you having to provide us with anything, because this is pretty easy to vet. And I'm like, yeah, I've never dealt with this ever. But this is where we are now, right? And so I just wanted to update you all on why To This Union's currently not on Spotify. I mean, on Apple Music. And that's because Nujabes is so big now that if you release some music and it didn't come from his label and stuff like that, they're now vetting anybody, because people have tried to pretend like it was them. Like they had permission to use Nujabes' stuff. So yeah, fam, this is where we are. This is where we are. All right. Let's get to some more comments. The world needs more pirate elf queens. Well, I can't help you with that, but shout out to anyone who's doing that. You know what I mean? Live your best life. All right. Let's see. Wish I could contribute today. All good, Warpath. Nah, man. Handle your business, fam. All right. We definitely appreciate you around these pods. You know. Have seen that song. Word. Shout out to the dude that threw his producer under the bus. Hey, man. Shit was hilarious. And the thing is, man, it was a young artist. And like I said, when I hit them up, they were super cool. Super cooperative, like, and Money just told me out the gate, wasn't my idea. They thought it would be something cool to do, and like, yeah, I'm an artist that has a certain reputation, a certain following, and stuff like that. But they had even bigger artists listed on the joint, like JPEG Mafia was listed on this project, all types of folks, and I was just like, man, if you got the budget to legitimately get this dude on there, you could probably afford me. And I know you ain't reach out to me. So it was wild. It definitely was insane. It was insane. What up, sis? Clap it up for my sister Stacy. Yeah, let me know if you got time tonight, Stacy, because we got a long drive after this afternoon and stuff, this into the evening. We got a long drive, couple hours and stuff when we head out. So we can catch up, kill some time on that phone. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, we appreciate you, fam. Tuning in from Ireland. Hey, what up, what up? Welcome. Kim is my favorite song for real. Would you ever do a concert in Ireland? Would love to see you. I would love to come to Ireland. Ireland is on my list. I got this map across from me right now that checks off all the places I've been. But more importantly, it's one of the places that when I did my ancestry DNA, a small percentage of, like, you know, I'm 75% African ancestry and then 25% European ancestry. And so Ireland is one of the countries that my ancestors are from. So it's definitely on my list of places to visit. If you know promoters out there, we're actually going to be in Europe. Me and Marcus D, we will be in Europe this March. We already confirmed our show in Madrid, Spain. And then we are in talks right now for Portugal. And I got to follow up with 2 people we reached out to in France and the UK who currently haven't gotten back. But we'll see. So right now, yeah, we got 2 dates potentially. One date, I should say, that is to be determined in France, in one part of France, and we're trying to do Paris as well. But that's where we are right now with the Europe tour for late March. So it's definitely happening. But yeah. What African countries did you get? That's a great question. So, number 1 and 2 are Mali and Nigeria. Man, you about to make me look it up right now on my joint. And hold up. Okay, so bringing it up right now. It's not gonna go on the screen, but I'm gonna see if I can get where'd it go. Oh, there it is. All right, cool. Loading. Oh, womp. There we go. All right, bringing this up because inquiring minds want to know. Oh, Jesus, I hate when the joint got to update. Here we go. DNA highlights. Oh my God. No. So much. There we go. Breakdown. So number 1, Nigeria. These are all the African countries. So Nigeria number 1, Mali number 2, Benin, Togo, number 3, it's 9%. That's why I said that. Ivory Coast and Ghana is as well as Senegal, and then Central West Africa, including Central Africa, like Western Bantu people, and Cameroon. And so with the Western Bantu, that is typically found in countries like Angola, Democratic Republic of the Congo, Namibia, Republic of the Congo, sometimes found in countries like Botswana, Burundi, Cameroon, Central African Republic, Equatorial, Guinea, Gabon, Kenya, Madagascar, Mali. And so, yeah, so it's spread over a couple different joints, It says I got heavy Nigeria percent too, like 30%, I think. That's dope. Yeah, my percentage breakdown is 24% Nigeria, 20% Mali, Benin and Togo 9%, Ivory Coast and Ghana 5%, Senegal 2%, Central West Africa 2%. But yeah, going back to hold up. Oh, my joint changed. That's one thing about this. As they get more info, like it sometimes changes up a little bit, and so that's always interesting to me. But then man, was it? I even got 1% Denmark, which is dope because I've been to Denmark. That's one thing I've been paying attention to a lot, is like which places I've actually been already. So it was dope because when I went to Uganda, as I was leaving, I was checking my DNA joint, and then sure enough, Uganda was in there, but it was like 1%. But still, I was like, that's enough. One drop rule. Edwin says, yep, I already checked that one. Hold up. Honestly, I feel like everyone should do an ancestry test. It's such a cool feeling to learn your heritage and everything you are. Yeah, especially I think, there's a lot of people who don't trust doing it. You know what I mean? Because you literally gotta, give your DNA in order to do it. And considering like Black Americans or African Americans, our history, this country, and like medical experiments and things that were done without us knowing, I can see why people distrust it. Me and my cousin had this conversation. But I also reminded my cousin, I was like, yeah, but we walk into places that take our that and leave samples of our DNA behind unconsciously all the time, all the time. And so in this particular instance, it was something I wanted to know because my family would tell me certain things, and and I just bought into it because it's coming from your family. But oftentimes your family are telling you things that they know or believe based on what other people have told them about you. And so I figure it's like there's nothing wrong with having a good balance of what I learned from my family mixed with some scientific evidence and stuff. And yeah, like it was just dope to see, yeah, especially someone who loves to travel. You know what I mean? I was always suspicious of the validity of those. They seem to work for some demographics better than others. Yeah, true indeed. True indeed. All right. So let's get into some other things. Get these updates or continue these updates. Let me make sure this is set up properly. And let's take the welcome joint. So a quick update on my brother YU. Unfortunately, I was not able to go over and see him this week, but I did speak to his folks just to get an update on how he's doing. He's been moved. I think I mentioned last week that they were on the verge of moving him out of ICU. And so he's in a different part of the hospital now. And they said that he's in good spirits and stuff and is doing a lot better than he was before. I don't have a lot more details than that because I wasn't able to see him myself this week. But I plan on going, early next week at some time before the week gets hectic. But yeah, man, sending love to my brother YU, man. Super shout out to him. And shout out to y'all, man, for your prayers and stuff and keeping that brother lifted up in prayer and the positive vibes and all of that, man. But yo, super shout out to his family, who's been dealing with a lot and stuff. Some of them who are based in the area and others that have traveled from far away or whatever to be there for him, man. But super love to that brother. You know what I mean? In other updates, so Fun Fact Friday, we're gonna do something new. Something I randomly learned about a couple weeks ago. I didn't post it on social media because I figured I'd save it for here. I'm sure everybody has seen or at least heard about K-pop Demon Hunter, right? K-pop Demon Hunters is like a super popular animation on Netflix that was originally done by Sony. And the crazy thing with that is Sony dropped the ball like hell, man, with that joint, because as big as it is, like they would have made a killing if they put it in theaters. But for whatever reason, they chose to go sell it off to Netflix. So Netflix is now making a killing off of it. And yeah, man. So the reason why I bring this up is like I'm watching it one day and I see the name. I see the name of one of the women who does the singing of the main character on the show, who's pictured here. Shout out to my youngest daughter, Destiny. That's who she's actually going to be dressing up as this year for Halloween. And so I think it's Rumi, right? I think the character's name, man. Somebody let me know in the chat. But anyway, so I'm looking at the name of the singer, and when I see her name pop up on social media and I see EJ, I was like, EJAE. I'm like, yo, that last name looks familiar. And then I look up her real name, and when I see her real, so I was right. Hey, man, shout out to me. I be knowing a little something. You know what I'm saying? I am cultured. Anyway, I was like, that name feels familiar, fam. Where have I seen that name before? And so I then go to her social media page and realize I was already following her before the TV show came out. And I'm like, Stan, you know this name, fam. And then it clicks. I'm like, yo, I know the name because I did a song with her. I was like, yo. So I tell my wife, I'm like, she's like, for real? So then I go to confirm. And so the song I did a long time ago called Together, which was for Mobile Legends, Bang Bang, the character on the side with the locks, I rap as that character on this song called Together. And EJ from K-pop Demon Hunters, she sings the main chorus, right? So the girl the woman that's in the middle EJ does all the singing for her. And in the show on K-pop Demon Hunters, Rumi, she doesn't do the voice acting, but she does all the singing for the character the character Rumi. So anyway, so I went over to what's the shit called? Went over to Spotify, screenshot the cover art, and then went to the credits just to confirm I wasn't tripping. And then you see, shout out to David Westbourne. Then the first name you see after David is Yoon Jae Phoebe Kim. And that's the real name of the singer EJ, who sings on K-pop Demon Hunters. And then right after her name, you see Stanley Robinson, right? And so, yeah, man, crazy fun fact. The may or may not be a masterclass in K-pop. But yeah, man, that was insane to realize that, right? Like, it was just a super dope thing, like, to kind of just, man, like, I'm getting older, bro. I've been doing this for a long time. So just realizing where this journey of making music has taken me and the different people like I've worked with, and like how, how like they are, you work with people different stages of their career. Like there's been a lot of folks who, early on, like we may have done something and then they go on to do legendary things. And then there are people who are like pretty big when you first work with them, but then kind of like fall back and they're not as active and stuff. It's just, you never know, man. Like, I think that's why, like, anybody who reaches out, like if I feel what they do, and there's a way for us to collab, and, like there's, you just don't know. The craziest part about this, man, is this: we're at this day and age, like, especially when you work on the video game music, like you'll never meet these folks. Like, I doubt she follows me back. Right. But like we never got to work with each other. There was no conversation or anything like that. I'm not like here being like, yeah, I know her. But just seeing that we got to do something together, and now watching what she's gone on to do is pretty dope. And man, I think, like, fun fact about me as well is I love telling the story of how I knew I was on the verge of making it. And the short version of it is an artist that like me and Early Bird went to college with, named Rock One. Shout out to Roland, man. He I saw him get a shout out in Company Flow's first album. And when I saw his name listed like in the thank yous or the shout outs, I told somebody else, I was like, yo, hey man, won't be long. And they was like, what you mean? I was like, bro, this is the first time ever I'm looking in album credits and I see someone's name who I know personally. And they were like, yeah, that's pretty cool. And I was like, nah, bro, it's only a matter of time before someone else is reading my album credits. It just let me know I was on the verge. You know what I mean? Like, when I was looking through these credits and saw someone I knew, I was like, yo, I'm on my way. Like, I know this is a big moment for him, but because I know him, I know my time's coming. You know what I mean? And it's just a different way. It's why I root for all the people I know, because like all of these folks, man, are reflections of me. You know what I mean? Like, when you like it's like not just parents, but parents, friends, family members, this, that, and the third. When you see somebody who you got to kind of like meet early on, maybe you didn't spend a ton of time and stuff like that, but you see them go on to do certain things, and you know that like you've seen their work ethic like up close, or maybe from afar, but you've seen the work they put in. And then you know yourself, you know the work you've been putting in, and you see them get certain opportunities. For me, it's never a feeling of jealousy, like I should get the same thing. It's always just a reminder that, yo, you're on the right path. These people you've come across and work with or know are like seeing great successes, and yours are only a few steps away. You know what I mean? And that's something early in my career that is like how I thought of it. And so seeing it now, man, like, again, this is not a person, EJ is not a person I know personally, but knowing that, like, yo, we got the chance to work together before, and then seeing what that song has done, that song like popped off. Like, it's it's doing crazy numbers. That song that we did before. And so the stuff she's doing right now with K-pop Demon Hunters is dwarfing the kind of numbers that this song here. Hold up. I'm gonna check right now. I'm gonna let y'all see what I'm seeing. And then we'll keep it pushing. Let's see. All right, we are logged in. Bet. All right, so I'm gonna put this up on the screen so you can see what I'm talking about. Close that out. Come on over here, Cletus. All right. And real quick, hey man, David, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you for contributing. All right, so let's add share screen. We're gonna go to Muso. All right, so let's put this up here so y'all can see it. Okay. All right. So this and I'm gonna remove the comments up here so it don't get too blurred. But this is Muso, and so it's a place where like artists can kind of check their numbers and see how things are doing. So when you go to my credits right here, you see, let's blow that up, maybe make it easier for y'all to see. So when you go to my credits here, it shows you what like 6 of my biggest songs are, right? 4 from Nujabes and stuff, 2 with Pace Rock. And then the next 2 are 2 of my video game songs that I did with for Arknights, right? Arsonist and Renegade. So if we go here to more, what it does is put them in order, right? Based on how these songs are performing in their popularity. And so if you look, right, in terms of like my most popular songs, 1 through 6 are the songs you just saw. And then right after that is Together, the song with EJ. And yeah, man, it's like the 7th most popular song I've done. So yeah, it's like one of those things. I know it's not a song that my normal audience is like, yo, that one joint you did, but like, it's just crazy. Like how like, how much burn this song gets, outside of like the people who know. And so I wish, I'm gonna see if we can see more of the data, but yeah, you go here and you can see Yoonjae, Phoebe Kim, and then if we go back, hold up, let's go to analytics, and then we'll go to milestones. Let's do not by date, but let's switch it up by stream. And so, yeah, so if you go here, you can see, right, like Blessing It is at 20 million streams. City Lights, 20 million streams. Think Different, 10 million. Hikari, 10 million. Closing is at 10. And then Together, right, which on this list in terms of number of streams is 6th most popular, has over 10 million streams. So this song, again, man, it's crazy just like, how big some of these things are, even with the core audience not really knowing, you know what I mean? Counting the blessings, man. We working out here, keeping me in mind off these poles one day at a time, one bar at a time. All right, so let's get this back up here. But yeah, man, that's our fun fact of the day. Your boy is indirectly connected to K-pop Demon Hunters. Who knew? Wasn't on my bingo card. Early says, you're in K-pop. No, I'm not in there. I'm not in there. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's the most streamed thing of all time. So again, I am not in K-pop Demon Hunters. I just happened to do a song with somebody who was, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, it's just crazy. Yeah, Ewok did that cover. Yeah. Shout out to the homie Ewok. Another fun fact. One of our college classmates was the person who did the cover for Company Flow's first album. But yeah, man, degrees of separation. There's a lot of whys behind the success of K-pop Demon Hunters, and it's so fascinating to me that the success of it mostly being misunderstood. Like K-pop is a monster of master marketing tactics. Yeah, 1,000%. And yeah, oh man, sis, appreciate you. Thank you so much. At least 1 million of those listeners for Real Folk Blues is me. I had that on repeat when it dropped. Got me through COVID. Yo, sis, thank you so much, man. I've watched like reaction videos of people listening to that particular song, and yeah, man, single thug tear, man. I've like seen a couple people like tearing up, getting flooded with emotion and stuff when it plays, and yeah, that's dope. Oh, Ewok's gonna be in B-More next month. Yo, keep me posted on that, man. Be good to see him. I ain't seen homie in a minute. All right. Early, have a great day, man. You have a great weekend, family. Peace. All right, so let's get into these event reminders, and then we're gonna talk Bop Alloy for the rest of the time. But yo, just a quick reminder: October 31st, you can catch me and the family. We are gonna be doing sketch pads at the park in Tyson's on Halloween Day from 4 to 7 p.m. So if you're a person that got like some late night activities going on, you can come through our thing ahead of time. You know what I mean? Kick it with us for a little bit, and then go enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? Go live your best life and participate in all the ratchetness that makes your life exciting. You know what I'm saying? But you want to do something family friendly, come hang out with us. If you got a costume on and stuff, you can act as a figure model, and we're giving out free art supplies and stuff for kids and adults to just hang out, listen to some instrumentals produced by yours truly. And yeah, all that good stuff is going to be dope. Edwin, the rest of us are sticking around, but man, if you got to go, you have a great one, fam. I'm going to be here for just under an hour more. But yeah, man. One more super chat and we got our song of the day. Yes, and so today, instead of playing an unreleased song, what I'm going to be doing is we're going to go through, see what instrumentals I got on the phone, and I'm going to spit something live for y'all. Yeah, man. It's going to be dope. Yes, Kevin, it is going to be a dope time, man. Shout out to everybody in advance. Those of you who can make it, hope to see you there. You can scan the QR code and pre-register there. Yeah, man, we'll see you next Friday. See you a week from today. All right. Other events going on. I've seen y'all. I'm sure y'all have seen the trailer by now. But yeah, man, definitely. We're doing the replay of the Think Different Tribute Jam. It's going to be exclusively on Bandcamp for you to watch with the rest of us. So the event was recorded live, and now we're doing the replay. It was recorded back in February, and it features myself performing with my band, The Sons Hughes, including AJ Rios, DJ RBI, Lizzie Blue, Jonathan Smalls, and Stephanie Gale. Also, Javier Starks is in there performing Lost Touch with me. And then Shawnee She, you get to see her painting live also, like while we're doing our thing. So it's really dope. Tickets only $10 to watch it online on Bandcamp. And that actually, fun fact, when you buy your ticket through Bandcamp, it includes a digital download of Adultish 2.0. So yeah, man, definitely grab your ticket if you haven't already. We appreciate the support, man. The link for that event is in the description of this video right now. And part of those proceeds, like half of the money that is collected from your ticket sales, actually goes to the videographer. Shout out to my man Roland Mayo, who shot and directed it. Part of the money goes to him because he literally came to the show and recorded everything, multiple camera angles, all at a discounted rate. So this is a way to make some more money to give to Roland for coming through. And literally, this dude is doing stuff for, like, you know, different people in the government and, like, you know, former NBA stars. Like, he's doing like big stuff. And, you know, I'm just happy that people are willing to oftentimes work with me when they don't necessarily need to. You know what I mean? It's like, it's usually based on a respect thing in us and doing some business before and stuff, and try to support the people in my network, man. I support them as much as I can. And Roland's one of those good people. So shout out to him. So again, by you supporting this event, you help to support the brother who helped put this together, and he worked really hard because we had lost the original audio that was being recorded. Not lost. Basically, when it was being recorded, half of the entire event's audio was recorded, and then the person like who was managing that didn't realize it had stopped and it literally stopped as the band was being introduced. So Luckily, he has some great cameras that can capture great audio as well. And he had professional audio engineers. Basically, he went through a bunch of them to salvage the audio and still get something that sounded really good. And so, yeah, man, it looks amazing. Sounds pretty good and stuff. And most importantly, there's going to be a big announcement that night during the playing of this video, because I will be coming on live immediately after the show finishes to make a big announcement about what we're about to be doing this upcoming February. So you don't want to miss it. So definitely get your ticket if you haven't already. You don't have to be, it doesn't matter where you are in the world. That's the best part about this. So those of you who are fans in random parts of the world, where if this show was happening in February and you were unable to attend because of where you live, that's not the case for this. You can go ahead, buy your ticket, and then you can watch it wherever you are. And those of you who are already Patreon members, already Bandcamp subscribers, and those of you who are thinking about becoming members of the YouTube channel, now that that's a thing, you can see that join button beneath me. You will be able to watch for no additional cost. So if you're already a member, you should have received an invite already. So check your email for those of you who are already subscribed to one of those channels. You should have already received the invite. If you did not, you need to reach out to me via email. Just go to iamsubstantial.com/contact. Reach out to me. I'll get back to you and make sure that you get an invite. All right. Let's get to the joint. Should be a dope time. Absolutely, fam. Lo-Fi K says, glad I tuned into another substantial stream. You have been a major role model in how I want to end up as an artist, man. Thank you so much. Excited for new Bop Alloy stuff. We're about to talk about that in a second. Yeah, thank you, family. I appreciate that. Kevin, man, he put in work to get that looking forward to November 6th. Yeah, man. Thank you so much. Yo, wow. Oh man. Thank y'all so much. Shout out to Kevin. Also shout out to Happy Mochi, who both just became new members of the YouTube channel. Thank y'all so much. And then there was two. All right. Warpath, man, I appreciate you. I can't wait for y'all to see it. I hope y'all enjoy it. Outside of just the band killing it, you know, it's definitely in between songs, you get some storytelling, you get some context and stuff of the different things, man. You get to see one of my daughters pops up in the stream and stuff, man. So, you know, it's just dope. It's dope. But again, man, shout out to our newest channel members. Shout out to Happy Mochi and shout out to Kevin. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. All right. Let's keep it going. Oh, sorry. Boom. So for those of you in Atlanta, you can catch me in Atlanta next year with the homie Alan Z, Aztec, Mega Ran, Stolen Drums, and Zed Tabani. We are performing at MomoCon in 2026 from May 21st to May 24th. We'll be doing the Adult Swim to Lo-Fi show, which happens on Friday night. It's going to be a great show. Hope to see y'all there, man. Definitely, if you plan to be at Momo, we can't wait to see you. It's going to be super dope, and that's an amazing lineup, which is also dope, too, because that means that Mega Ran, myself, and Zed will be able to do some of the songs that we've done over the years, like for certain joints, like Real Folk Blues. We'll be able to perform that live together. We'll also be able to potentially perform our song, You Say Run, that we did as a My Hero Academia tribute. And then we also got the 3v3 joint that we just did for, come on, Stan, that we just did for Evo. You know what I mean? You know, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 joint. And then also, man, you know, last year's Evo song that I did with Infinite, you know, shout out to Zed, because that's him at the end on the song Breakdown. So, yo, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. What up, Tanro? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So, again, May 21st through the 24th of 2026, you can catch me at MomoCon in Atlanta. So, for those of you who, you know, there's been a few people who are like, yo, my boy never, one dude in particular said, my boy never come to the South. I'm there. I'm just usually at Momo. You know what I mean? And then occasionally I do other things too. But it's a great way to come see me. All right. Let's keep it pushing. Oh, I need to reach out to you because I want to run an event at Momo with the Black Indie Gaming side. So hopefully I can come support y'all and collaborate. Sis, yeah, let's definitely talk about that. I know we got a couple things to catch up on anyway, so let's add that to the docket so we can have a conversation. You know what I mean? All right. The real reason some of you are here is to get these Bop Alloy updates. By the way, we are one super chat. You know what? I'm going to say this. Since we got 2 members to sign up, and maybe that's what we do going forward, right? Like, it can be a combination of like a certain amount of people contributing, to the super chat mixed with like members signing up. Since we officially now have 2 members signed up to the YouTube channel, plus we got 4 super chats, I'm going to go ahead and call it and say that we hit our goal. The thing is still going to look like we didn't hit our goal, but I'm saying we hit our goal. So as quick as this finishes, this update is finished, I'm going to go ahead and perform a song for y'all live. And yeah, it's only right I make it a Bop Alloy song. So that's going to happen immediately after we do this update. But yeah, this is... I showed up just in time. Right. The real reason you're here. So look, yeah, man. So Bop Alloy update. Super excited. Oh, man. Kevin. Oh, bless your heart, man. Thank you, fam. Let's get it on a Friday. Man. Thank you, family. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for helping me hit the goal. All right. So we hit our super chat goal. So I will be performing something live, man. And, y'all hang on. I'm going to make sure it's a Bop Alloy joint. And yeah, for sure. So, all right, let's talk about it. Yeah, man, where we are with the project. So shout out to Stephanie Gale. Steph just sent me some amazing vocals that she just laid down for one of our songs called There's More. And it is dope. It is so dope. It's so dope. And yeah, man, Steph makes everything better. You know what I mean? Like, it's just what she does. And so super thrilled at, at like how she killed it on the track and all that stuff. So right now we're literally just waiting for vocals from one more artist for vocals. They just got a verse to drop. And then we're waiting for one more instrumentalist, like someone who plays an instrument. They have their part that they have to add. And so, yeah, man. I get to say it now. The Kevinate, the Kevinate is here. Yeah, man. Shout out to all the Kevins, man. 3 out of 4 Kevins approve. You know what I mean? Shout out to the many Kevins we have here on the YouTube channel, man. I appreciate this community of awesome folks. But yeah, man. Yeah, so we're waiting. Steph killed it on her part. We're waiting for one more person to add instruments to that particular track. And then there's another track that we almost ended up cutting, but we got somebody new to step in. Funny enough, the original person who was supposed to appear on that track was YU, but YU, even before he got injured in the car accident, was just super busy, man. When I met with him and he told me all the stuff he was working on, I was like, man, we were going to get the verse, but it was going to take a while before we got the verse. And so but we had the idea of another artist that would be a good fit, and so I won't divulge his name just yet, but once he confirms, I will share that with y'all. Full disclosure, I know that most of y'all probably don't know this brother's music like that, but we're going to change that because he's probably one of my favorite artists, man. And you've definitely seen me talk about the homie Joe D more than a few times. So Joe D is a producer of the group Godzilla, and a dope rapper who just dropped a really, really dope project that y'all should check out. I just copped it on Bandcamp as well, so it'll be in my my list of albums over there. But yeah, man, check out the homie Joe D. Super dope. Hey, what up? Shout out to the homie Wise Guy. All right. For now, as I get on the subway, man, good to see you, fam. Safe travel, man. Safe travel. I know y'all coming down this way. Sorry, I'm gonna miss y'all, man. But yeah, hold on. Steph says, and also as always, Honored to contribute to any Bop Alloy project. Sis, we appreciate you, yo. The projects aren't complete without you. You know what I mean? Oh man, yo, clap it up. We just gotta, even though we hit our goal already. Promiscuous Boy says, hey, your music has been very impactful on my life in all the good ways. Pitter Patter is one of my favorite songs. That's dope. Hope you stick around for a long time to come, man. Thank you for that. See you in the Discord. Yes, see you over there. Make sure y'all sign up for the Discord and join the community if you haven't already. Link is in the description of the video. Yo, thank you, family. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for the contribution, obviously, to the channel, but also for the kind words, man. Glad the music has had a positive impact on your life. Shout out to all of y'all for contributing today. Let me finish these Bop Alloy updates, and then we'll get into what song I'm going to perform live. Just disclaimer, I have not rehearsed what song I'm going to perform live, so depending on which one I pull out right now and decide to do, we're going to see how it goes. We're going to see how it goes. You know what I mean? I might, yeah, I'm thinking of one in particular. But yeah, your support grows with every turn of the wheel, brother, man. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm grateful. So as of right now, with the Bop Alloy joint, we are very close to finishing the record. And we're also very close to launching our Kickstarter. So what I'm going to do right now is share with y'all. I'm not going to put it on the screen, but I am going to share with y'all what some of the perks are going to be. And then y'all let us know what's something, you let me know, something that you feel like is missing. All right. And I cannot wait. Like, we just finished editing the Kickstarter video last week. You know, Marcus D approved it and stuff, man. Worked really hard on it. It looks really good. We shot it together in Japan and stuff. So yeah, I will say one of the downsides, making up words. One of the downsides of the Kickstarter, there we go. One of the downsides of the Kickstarter campaign is because of the fact that we do not live in the same country. The likelihood that if we don't make y'all wait forever for the vinyl, that the likelihood that we can autograph everything is non-existent, right? Like, because even if one of us did it, the other one would be missing, and it would cost a lot of money for us just to physically be in the same place to make that happen. So I'm just going to be realistic and just say that the vinyl that we'll have available is going to look amazing, but it likely will not be autographed vinyl. We'll talk about how we can change that if it's possible, and maybe that's part of the stretch goal. Like, if we raise like more than we anticipate, like our goal is 10,000. You know, so I'm just giving y'all kind of the details of the joint, but yeah, our goal is 10,000. But if we raise significantly more than what we expect, then the likelihood that we can probably get together a bit sooner so we can autograph the copies is a possibility. But, you know, I'm just being realistic about the fact that he lives in Japan and I live in the United States, and it's very challenging to make something like that happen. But anyway, some of the different things that will be available, we're gonna have like at least 5 to 6 tiers, reward tiers. And because the album, for those who don't know, our album is called Masters of the Artistry. Okay. And so when you see the Kickstarter video, you're going to understand why the album's called that. You know, but there's going to be at least 6 tiers for the rewards. All of them are like different packs that have that make a play on the name Masters of the Artistry, right? So it's like the different levels of mastery. So you got like the novice pack. Then you're gonna have like so it's gonna be like the novice pack, the apprentice pack, the skilled pack, the proficient pack, the expert pack, and master artist pack, and then maybe the executive pack. We always do an executive level thing because one of the things that for the people who put up a lot of money, they'll be listed as an executive producer on the record. And that also goes to people who are like members of some of my subscription channels that typically put up a lot more than the average person per month. I usually list y'all as executive producers on records too. Then we also, we're going to have the, hold up, switching back. So we're going to have the CD which is more than likely going to be like the Japanese style of CD with the Obi. For those of y'all that know about that, we're going to have the digital album that will more than likely include the album and the instrumentals. I just need to verify that with Marcus D, so don't quote me just yet. Then we're gonna have we're gonna have a new USB that's gonna have our discography on it. So all the Bop Alloy songs and a lot of our collaborations are all gonna be on one USB. Then we're talking about doing an enamel pin. So let me know if that's something y'all are interested in as well. In the chat right now, what y'all can do is let me know the kind of merch, physical merch that you're interested in, or other perks that you think should be included in this campaign, so I can report back to my bro and we can see what we need to get rid of and what we need to add. I already mentioned that like there's an opportunity for those who put up a certain amount of money to be able to be listed as an executive producer on the record. There's also going to be a way that you can be listed in the liner notes. So like outside of you being like paying a ton to just be an executive producer, there's also going to be an opportunity for you to pay a smaller amount just to be listed in our thank yous. You know what I mean? Because of course we're going to have a general thank you to all of our Kickstarter supporters, but then people who pay a bit more, we're actually going to list you by name. You know what I mean? So when you buy the physical album, whether it's vinyl or CD, you will see your name in writing, and then you also will be listed like on like our Bandcamp site, right? Like when people go there to read the liner notes and the credits. All right. We're also doing a new snapback hat. This is all stuff that y'all are going to see once once we go through all this stuff with a fine-tooth comb before we launch it. You're going to be able to see this. So hopefully my goal is to make it so that y'all can see what some of this stuff looks like by next week, if not sooner. All right. And then also we're doing our social media thank yous again for people who support. We're just trying to decide what level. We're doing our Bop Alloy t-shirts. Y'all have already gotten a sneak peek of the t-shirt. For those of you who attended the LA gig or follow me on social media, you might have saw the t-shirt already. We're doing 2 different vinyls. We're going to have the vinyl that only has the album, right? So it's going to be a single LP, and then there's going to be a double LP. So the single LP will just be the album, and then the double LP will have both the album on one disc and the instrumentals on another disc. All right. But yeah, so those are the perks that we're looking at right now. The goal for our campaign is to hit like $10,000. We don't see that as being a problem. It's important for us to also let folks know that whenever we do these, I know there are always people who look at that and this is like a not as vocal like minority of the audience that sometimes look at that and be like, ain't no way I'm putting money up for this, blah, 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 like, and supporting this. And then there are others who do. And the reason why I know this to be true is because of the fact that we have a big listener base in terms of how many people actually stream and physically buy our stuff, like from month to month, right? I don't want to make it seem like it's as big as like some of these bigger indie artists, because it is not. But I know that compared to probably 90+% of the music industry, our fan base is maybe a bit bigger than I think some people realize. However, whenever we've done these campaigns, a very small percentage of our fans actually support it. And that's no slight at them. It's just the truth. And when I say a small piece, I'm talking about roughly about 150 to about like 250 people on average support these campaigns, and sometimes lower than that, like 120. So that being said, I don't think it's unrealistic in terms of us hitting our goal, because in the past we've made a significant amount like with that very small number. However, there are some people that might be like, yo, this idea of giving us the money to work on the record or whatever, it's like, it's not something some folks may be willing to do. Let me assure you in advance, as is already articulated in the video you'll see at some point, like, we've already put thousands of our own money into it, right? And when it comes out, we're going to invest more. Oftentimes when we fly to different countries to perform, when we tour, we oftentimes got to pay a ridiculous amount just to get our stuff out there. For example, when we went to China, before we even got paid to do any of the stuff, we spent somewhere between $3,000 to $5,000 just to send our stuff there. before our plane tickets were even bought, right? So just letting y'all know, man, I'm always gonna give y'all the real, and open up, like, and explain to y'all like how much goes into the things that you see us do. So, you know, don't think we're just sitting around with boatloads of money that that isn't being just reinvested into the thing, right? Like, you know, like we there's a reason why you don't really see me living above my means and trying to be like the flashiest artist, because even with the amount of money I make a year doing this, I'm a business owner. Like, I'm running this myself. Marcus D is running his business himself. When we come together, there's not a lot of outside companies involved other than the ones we're paying to be involved. So it requires a ton of investment, like not just in equipment, but like the other thing about this record is it's the first album we've done top to bottom where we recorded it together in person. So that alone, my trips to Japan by themselves were like almost $3,000 before I even bought food, like travel within Japan, did anything. You see what I'm saying? So we invested a ton into this record, man, and I'm excited for y'all to hear it, because I think it's gonna be obvious, man, like that, like, you know, we're putting our best foot forward, and it's dope. So features that y'all can expect to see on the record, we already talked about Stephanie Gale, but we also got Blue from Blue in Exile. Blue is on the record. You know, we're waiting on this verse from Joe D. We got Uyama Hiroto on the record. We got One Below on the record. Who am I missing? Javier Starks is on the album. Yeah, I feel like I'm missing somebody, but I think that list is good enough. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, yeah, it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. Hey, what up, Joshua? Man, good to see you up in here. You know what I mean? You might be late, but you right on time for something. It says, okay, Happy Mochi says, how much would you have to pay to be featured on a song? So you're asking me how much people typically pay me to feature on a record? Ugh. So I usually don't say this publicly, put out the exact amount, because it does vary depending, like, on the situation. Usually when you see me work with other indie artists who I don't know personally, my starting rate is usually around 2,000. There are sometimes exceptions made based on, you know, like our working relationship, other things that they may be helping me with. There are times where I barter with people, like where if they're doing a specific thing for me, then like we just exchange services instead of exchanging money. Now, when I do things that are associated with bigger brands, you know, film, video games, things of that nature, is significantly more. But usually just the collabs where I come in, drop a verse or drop verses and a hook and stuff like that, on average are around 2K. And it's sometimes a little. Now, there are some people, some people don't feel the need to explain themselves. I'm explaining it simply because it's I think it's an educational moment. And it's important for people who are watching this, who think about collaborating with me, to understand why my rate is what my rate is. The one thing that I know that I do probably better than a lot of artists that folks collaborate with is I actually provide real social media support. Every time y'all have seen me do a collab with somebody, I come on this show, and whether y'all have heard of them or not, I share the music. I introduce y'all to this artist and stuff like that. They post stuff on their social media, tag me. We do collaborative posts. I retweet it out, this, that, and the third. Oftentimes consult them behind the scenes, give them tips on how to better navigate this stuff and how to get it more support. All of that. I've sent it out on my mailing list. I create playlists that keeps track of all the collabs I've done throughout the year. That's something that a lot of artists, and I'm telling you this as an artist who's paid a few folks to hop on records, not everybody does that. Not everybody does that. And it's unfortunate because like people work really hard to come up with that money a lot of times to pay us to be a part of the thing. And a lot of folks like, yo, like I ain't a promoter, I'm an artist. So they do the thing and then they just like, yo, good luck. Good luck. And I do my best to not be that guy. But I also stressed to them, I was like, that's why my price is my price, because I know I'm willing to do things to help this record. or help get this record that I like. That's why I decided to be a part of it, to make sure it gets more exposure. Because, I mean, a good example is Homeboy coming up here a second ago to talk about Pitter Patter and how much he liked that track, right? And shout out to the kid that produced it, man. This kid was still in high school and stuff like that, and but and shout out to them for their professionalism. Shout out to his father and stuff, who obviously I had to communicate with a little bit during the process, because the kid's a minor. And yeah, man, so appreciate that question, you know what I mean? Because again, it's not something that people always share publicly, but I think it's good information for people to have, like, when reaching out to me, so they just know what the expectation. Oh my God, sis. Yes. Okay, so happy Friday. Wishing you and everybody watching a prosperous day, or wishing you prosperity today. We appreciate you. Thank you for the contribution. And sorry, that's not what you meant, and I gave you an answer that maybe you weren't expecting. Real friends understand, brother, and those that don't, we send them here to hear the real. Yo, for real. Another idea is a limited perk, a Zoom call with both you and Marcus, and talk music and hear some of the tracks in advance. That's dope. I'm writing it down right now. That's something we've done before. It's funny, we've offered things like that before, but not everybody always takes us up on it, But thank you. I'll definitely add that to the fold. Let's see. I love it for perk was you breaking down your tracks. I'm not musically trained, but I want to be able to appreciate and enjoy my music more. Word. Okay. So let's do music / lyric breakdown. That's something that I think is going to happen in general. So I don't know if we're going to add it as a perk, because I'm pretty sure we're going to do that. I do that on the show, sometimes live, and almost once a month. I would say at least once every 2 months I do a lyric breakdown. But yeah, it's good to know that that's something y'all would be interested in, because we definitely something that we plan on doing at some point. Because I know I judge some songs, but don't think about the composition and things they're putting out there. Yeah, that's real. I think we're all guilty of that. Uyama Hiroto on the record. Love it. Yeah, man, that's the homie. Is merch dropping with the Kickstarter campaign? Yes. So I was just describing what some of the merch will be. And there will be certain merch that's available through the Kickstarter campaign that eventually will be available outside of the campaign if you're in a situation where you can't support at the time. Because we know that this is super tricky when we're dropping this, right? Because it's right before the holiday season. And so not everybody's going to have maybe the money to do what they want to do for their families and themselves, and also support us. So we know we're dropping this at a tricky time. But we also know that we want to make sure that this record's out by the top of the year. And so, yeah, so, we're going to see, and regardless, we'll make sure some of that stuff, God willing, we hit our goal, and we make sure some of that stuff is available after the campaign. But outside of the merch that's going to happen during the Kickstarter campaign, just like with Adultish, y'all saw that later on I had additional merch available. All right. But yeah, that's the skinny. That's the update on the Bop Alloy stuff. Let's figure out what song I'm going to do live. Alrighty. Hold on. Going to these beats. Stretch Goal, Substantial K-pop remix. Boom. Everybody donates. I mean, Oh, yo, this right here. Take the survey. Listen. I'm going to lean into the mic for this. Listen, man. Let me explain something to y'all. If you support this Kickstarter campaign, what I'm going to need you to do is make sure that you have your notifications for Kickstarter turned on. You make sure that you're not still using an old email account that you don't check. Make sure that while this campaign's happening, you actually, when you get notifications from me, or Marcus or Bop Alloy, whatever account, because it's going to be this collaboration between all our accounts. it's important, it's imperative that you respond when the survey comes out, because it holds up the ordering process. Now, it's not because certain people, like for example, I had 2 people from the last campaign that bought physical merch from the campaign and never gave their address. I literally I tried to contact them through the email that was connected to their account, which obviously they don't check, or they have Kickstarter going to their spam. But and then I tried to message them directly through Kickstarter, and they just never went back to Kickstarter. And some people create new accounts, and there's people who they have anxiety when they see all these emails coming through. But fam, you've given us your money, and we're trying our best to do right by you. But if you do not fill out that Kickstarter survey that we send out, that allows us to get your address so we can know where to send this stuff. If you don't fill it out so we can get your shirt size, that's going to impact us doing the orders, because we're not ordering a ridiculous amount of stuff. We're not ordering the exact number of things. But what happens is we try to order slightly over, but then people come through and buy the thing before you ever respond. And so you miss out, and now you got to wait even longer because you didn't complete the process. So it's important to look out for that, because the survey is going to go out roughly about a few days, within a week of the campaign ending. It's probably going to go out before that. Within 2 days of the campaign ending. So please make sure that your Kickstarter information is up to date. Please make sure that if you're on Kickstarter now, matter of fact, I'm gonna give you a link right now so you can follow me, because again, I will be linked to the joint. So here is my follow me on Kickstarter. Linkage. All right, so yeah, make sure you're following me on Kickstarter. That link right there, you just go there and hit follow. And then when you're logged into your account, just make sure your information is up to date. Make sure it's not you still using an old email, all of that stuff. So you can go ahead and get your stuff. Hey, yo, if you watch Chappelle's show, you know what they should have never gave you his money. Oh my God, yo. All right, let's get some rhymes happening around these parts. Let me figure out what joint I'm gonna rhyme to. All right, hold on. I think I know what song I want to do already. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Queuing up these tunes. You know what I mean? Tune them. Where'd it go? Got it. All right. Let's get this popping. Hold up. We're going to get this beat going in a sec. I appreciate y'all patience. Yo, Steph, Joshua's a fool, yo. All right. So we got that queued up. All right. Since we talking all this Bop Alloy stuff, I think it's only right. We do this joint. All right. Since we're talking new Bop Alloy, let's spit a joint. The only single that is dropped from the new project, song called One Prize. We're gonna see how it sounds coming out the joint. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear it good. Check 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 Once I get some feedback in the live chat, letting me know how it sounds. Oh yeah, we on? All right, cool. So I'm gonna run it back. So we're thinking about including 10 winners as like a bonus track, because we're also thinking about 10 winners as a let me pause it for a sec. We're also thinking about 10 winners as like if we do like a final edition of Winter Breaks, like a deluxe edition winter breaks, like with physical copies, that will be kind of the thread that brings that together. So that's what we're potentially holding that for. You know what I mean? So yeah, but it may go on the record as a bonus track. You know what I mean? So to be continued. We'll come back to that. But let's get into these bars right now. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? All on my youth. All on. All right, here we go. Yeah. Chasing everything, but somehow you running in place. Freezing under pressure as if a gun in your face. Peers zipping by you at a punishing pace. Struggling to keep up, your markers turn that beat up. Corner with no backing, pulled in every direction. Only put up a fraction of effort, but want the blessing. Want everything under the sun, but never wore the seed. Mixing fame up with success, but all you know is greed. Fall short, then you caught defeat. You ain't focused, B. If you don't develop your craft, you won't grow to be a master of ceremonies. Stack poetry over beats, respected globally, sourced locally, organically homegrown. You rockin' with the best, we caught every stone. Then you sitting on stone thrones with a legacy cemented. Cause we didn't jump ship for every wave that was trending. And gotta chase clout when opportunity knocking at your door. So often the knuckles gotta be sore, stay the course. Till I turn them deep to pedagogy. Like the bet is always betting on me.
Feel me one
Butcher
time.
that last
Chase
part.
way too many blocks for your run time.
Yeah.
Cause there's only really one prize you need, and it's only meant for your eyes to see. You feel me one time. Got way too many layers in your design. I'm just trying to tell you that there's one prize you need, and it's only meant for your eyes to see.
Yeah, locked in like I traveled this road without an exit ramp. Became the best at what I do, doing the best I can. Never been a jealous man, I just want what's meant for me. When I take hold of my pen and then it's meant to be. No sensory overload, watching they victories. Head down, eyes on the prize that God gifted me. That eventually blossomed the more than I had foreseen at 14. Welcome with courage, with a poor dream to get money, a little paper, and live to see it. Slept on, no Tempur-Pedic, my temper beat it. Never lost sight of my true self, I'm undefeated. Serving the words back to the skeptics so they can eat it. The most conceited, never conceded. I was just brave enough to believe it. Driven enough to walk this very path to the very end. Cut from different cloth, make sure it's what I'm buried
Feel me
in.
one time. Chasing way too many blocks for your run time.
Butcher that
Cause
joint.
there's only really one prize you need, and it's only meant for your eyes to see. Now feel me one time.
It's not a song I
Got way too
perform all the
many
time,
layers
you
in
know.
your design. I'm just trying to tell you that there's one prize you need, and it's only meant for your eyes to see.
Lock in. Travel this world without an exit ramp. Came the best at what I do, doing the best I can. Never been a jealous man, I just want what's meant for me. When I take hold of my pen and then it's meant to be. No sensory overflow, watching their victory. Head down, eyes on the prize that God gifted me. That eventually blossomed in more than I had foreseen at 14. Above the courage and a poor dream to get respect, a little money and live to see it. Slept on, no Tempur-Pedic, my temper beat it. Never lost sight of my true self, I'm undefeated. Serving the word back to the skeptics so they can eat it. Man, I love that track, bro. Let's do another. Since, you know, we surpassed the goal. And by the way, for those who don't know, you can also become a member of the channel now. One of the things I'm thinking about doing for the members for the channel too, man, is I was doing this before where like Substantial Sundays, like I brought it back and was only doing it on Patreon and stuff. You know, and one of the things I learned when setting up the memberships is that we can do certain lives or whatever that are for members only. So like maybe bring in Substantial Sundays, like an evening joint, like whether it's once a month or something like that. But basically one member only like live stream, you know what I mean? Where we can kind of determine in advance what the theme is going to be, what we're going to talk about and all of that stuff. So y'all let me know in the chat if that's something y'all are down to do. But let's find another beat. You know what I mean? Boom, bap, boop. Bam. All right, here we go. What we got? Show instrumentals. What's there? Okay, that's one possibility. Not mad at that. Although, yeah, not bad as well. Also kind of cool. All right, that's a classic. Maybe let's try this. Since we were talking about winter breaks. Okay. Hey. yeah, everybody sing along, ay. Everybody, let me see it in the chat, ay. Today's live chat is brought to you by the letter A. Everybody sing along one time, ay. Yeah. Trying to better myself every year but falling short. Do it for growth but the focus on cheers that long support. Probably should cut back on all of the beers that I had bought. Lesson will you follow through? Give up like a lane, time to start again.
90 RPM.
She wanna be ready for beaches, that's why she barely been eating, depriving her body of anything godly, impressing these heathens. Any new dagger she find on the blog, she pledging allegiance. Getting any smaller and she will dissolve. What is the reason? Blind like a Venetian, crying from all of the teasing. This ain't an attack on a titan, she fighting to end the demons, trying to pick up the pieces. Find what she been seeking, promise to finally love her true self. 'Tis the season, what you gonna do?
What you gonna change?
Try something new. Oh, it froze?
Remain the same. Will you follow
Hold up.
through? Give up like a
Okay, hold on.
90 RPM. What you gonna do? What you gonna change?
Oh, if it froze, we running the whole joint back. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, we gonna take it back? Y'all let me know in the chat, because if it froze for y'all, that killed the... Oh, it's back on track for you? Because I will run it back right here, right now. You let me know what we doing, because we got a few more minutes before I break out. Are we running it back, or are we moving on? Let me know in the chat. Said, internet sent me to a shadow realm for redo. Okay, say less. I'm on it. Here we go. Men in Black pen. I ain't got it with me. We gonna grab random bottle. Bap. There we go. Start it again. Run it back. They say. All right. You know what it's brought to y'all by. I did get a screenshot of it though. Dope. All right, here we go. Yo, everybody sing along, ay. Yeah, everybody sing and join real loud, ay. Today's live is brought to you by the letter A. Everybody sing the joint. Last time, ay, and it goes, yo. Trying to better myself every year but falling short. Do it for growth but the focus on cheers that long support. Probably should cut back on all of the beers that I had bought. Lessen my efforts and get some clearer minded thoughts. Clearly I'm at fault, but hear me, I'm a sport. Making some new resolutions I fear are all for naught. Still what I've been taught, steering toward the fort. On the road to perdition, frontier of all the lost. What you gonna do?
What you gonna change?
Try something new.
Or remain the same?
Will you follow through or give up like a lane? Time to start again.
90 RPM.
What you gonna do?
What you gonna change?
Try something new.
Or remain the same?
Will you follow through or give up like a lane?
Time to start again.
Listen,
90 RPM.
she wanna be ready for beaches. That's why she barely been eating, depriving her body of anything godly, impressing these heathens. Any new dagger she find on the blog, she pledging allegiance. Getting any smaller and she will dissolve. What is the reason? Blind like a Venetian, trying from all of the teasing. This ain't attack on the titan, she fighting the in the demons, trying to pick up the pieces. Find what she been seeking, promise to finally love her true self. 'Tis the season. What you gonna do?
What you gonna change?
Try something new.
Or remain the same?
Will you follow through or give up like a lane? Time to start again.
90 RPM.
What you gonna do? What you gonna change? Try something new or remain the same? Will you follow through? Give up like a lane. Time to start again.
90 RPM.
What you gonna do? What you gonna change? Try something new or remain the same? Will you follow through? Give up like a lane. Time to start again.
90 RPM.
What you gonna do?
What you gonna change?
Try something. Hey Kevin, I appreciate you, man.
Will you follow through or give up like a lane? Time to start again.
Yeah.
90 RPM.
Everybody sing along, ay. Everybody sing the joint. Last time, ay. Everyone sing it once again. I lied, ay. Everybody sing the joint. Last time for real. Hey, yeah. Alright. You know what I mean? Climb it up. Okay. How much time we got left? We are 15 minutes away from 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time where I am. I'm looking because I'm feeling like sharing. We might do one more. Nah, fam, these are tracks that are out. So I should have said that. So One Prize song by Bob Alloy. I'll put it in there right now. Bob Alloy. One Prize is out right now. So this is a new song from the new album, and it's out right now. That was the first song. All right, so we're gonna put first. Boom, Bob Alloy, One Prize. So that was the first joint I did. My bad for not putting it on the screen. All right. Second song is an older song, but now one of our most popular. And this is the importance of coming to a show sometimes or watching some of the live performance clips that I post, because I don't, like, of course, when I do those shows, I do the classics that people want me to do, but I also do some of the unreleased joints that get slept on, man, that people don't always go to because they're not my most popular tracks. But oftentimes those songs are some of the best ones to perform live, because, you know, I know how to do a live show, and I understand that certain songs might be popular, but if there's a crowd of people who maybe don't know me like that, then there won't be this big pop and the energy in the room won't be the same. It feels like, we're all kind of at home listening quietly instead of in a live venue where there needs to be a little more energy. So definitely, man, I try to mix it up with the shows, but the other song that I did, the one I just finished performing, that's called Resolutions Per Minute. It's one of my favorites from Winter Breaks 1. Resolutions Per Minute, that is spelled correctly. So that was the second song I performed. Man, thank you, man. I hope y'all enjoyed that. Let's see. I'm gonna hit you with one more. I'm going through and seeing what options we got. You know what I mean? Because I'm feeling like I might switch it up, you know. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that's a good one too. Man, I did that forever. I know I would butcher that joint if I did it. Ooh, okay. Okay, so many options. Yeah. Best kept secret, but the fam know. Trying to save a little green like Mando. Yeah, many come and go, but your man though, I know my worth, that's why I'm substantial. This is the way you make a banger and you make a difference. This is the way you shush a hater and you make them listen. This is the way you pay it forward and pay with interest. I'm just trying to learn these youngins, pay attention. Done failed more times than most have tried, trace of a winner. Since rockin' temper taper's been trying to tape up my temper. A cooler head that's been failing, but always ready to cook them. From Maryland where I'm hailing, but I made my name in Brooklyn. Galaxy far away from splash parties and cabarets. Home team colors, mustard and Cabernet. Tagging up in alleyways, unsure if we'll graduate. Mitten Reese feel like an infinite loop. A Saturday cartoons and Kung Fu theater, seemingly unrelated till they realize some of the shit we've been kicking. Animated for your edutainment, only get better when I'ma claim it. Reigning underground champ that never had an arraignment. Black of all trades, Renaissance stand, modern day Harlem Renaissance man. Him and his fam, some grown-ups that got more growing to do. 1, 2, 1, 2, living a life I worked toward, but never thought it carried through. So what do? Some of your dreams come true. People look up to you, they see that you grew. Shit, it was hard to see, clearly within your view. Walking your truth, tapping the double think you. Nobody harder than you when I walk in the booth. I do what I do. Rhymes flow from out of the blue, turning the green. Know what I mean? Since a teen, living my dream. Had to recharge, so I'm back on the scene. I'm working harder than the machine. All a part of my daily routine. All or nothing, no in between. Kinda extreme for some, but me being great, kinda my thing. Walking the path we paid while our ancestors left the light on. Wrote our stories on stars when they couldn't find shit to write on. Cry loud over Orion, chosen to get our shine on. Turn the mic on, watch me rip it with the strength of a python. I on my hero journey, swear it's the stuff a legend that make men and the gods. And my birthday is on the 7th of January, that make me a goat. It must be destined, giving them what they needed and they ain't even requested. I must be the best best kept secret, but the fam know. Trying to save a little green like Mando. Many come and go, but stand though. I know my worth, that's why I'm substantial. This is the way you make a banger and you make a difference. This is the way you shush a hater, but you make them listen. This is the way you pay it forward and pay with interest. I'm just trying to learn the youngest. Pay attention, listen. Yeah, man. We gotta stop. This is about to go in way too much. Yo, man, thank y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you. The original and remix, hell, the whole album, stay on repeat, man. Thank you so much, family. I appreciate the love. Y'all, hope y'all enjoyed that. Shout out to AJ, man. AJ killed the remix of that joint too. I gotta get that instrumental from him so I can start doing it with the lives as well, the live shows, you know. But yo, thank you. I appreciate it. That last song, for those who don't know, I put it up on the screen. The third song I performed is called Your Man, Though. That is from my album Adultish, out right now. Oh, that was terrifying. Let me tell you. I got the printer right next to me, and that joint just went off like something's about to come. I'm like, what is happening? But anyway, yeah, that song is from my album Adultish, out right now on all streaming services. That song's called Your Man, Though. Definitely check it out, man. For the lyric lovers, you know. But yeah, man, I appreciate all the love. Let's see. You're one of the few recording artists whose voice sounds the same on wax as it does live or speaking normally. That's pretty dope and authentic, man. Thank you. Yeah, there's a line in 1580 from Adultish where I was like, I never aimed to be a caricature, only working on my character, bruh. Like, you know, like I mean, like when I that verse for me, man, it's a lot of real moments. All the album is real, but like that right there, you know, is something I live by, man. I never aimed to be a caricature, only working on my character, bruh. Cause people say they want the real. I'm here still, but where's the love? Put on for PG before I heard somebody rep where I'm from. Like, I learned early on that it's a lot more difficult to maintain the lie, right? Like, to keep the lie up and pretend to be something I'm not. So I've always led with being who I am, and you know, and delivering my rhymes a particular way, and you know, trying to use my real voice that has, you know, I've gotten a lot of love just for like what my speaking voice has sounded like, and I've tried to do a better job over the years of recording things in a way where it's like, yo, it sounds how I really sound. And I can make it energetic. I can make it interesting. I can do all the things without doing all of this extra stuff, right? Like all the bells and whistles, all of the stuff that definitely serves a purpose for entertaining people. But like, I'm not just an entertainer, right? I always market myself as an edutainer. Like, so it's, you know, I gotta be, for me, it's always important to be grounded in reality, you know, and being my authentic self, and all of this stuff, man, and not just spectacle, you know. So like the spectacle is like the skill level is just like it's a higher level, right? Like I'm working on making sure that the skill is always at a level that's higher than what you are accustomed to. So that's the part for me that I want to draw the extra attention, not the like me just saying extreme things or whatever just to get people to pay attention, or yelling at you, or doing all of this stuff. Like, you know, when I think of my OGs, and I think of like some of the scariest people I've ever come across, right? They're not screaming. they're not trying to intimidate you. They're just intimidating, period. My Uncle George was not you know, God bless the dead, man. I was just thinking about him last night. He wasn't he was a physically imposing person, but he was never trying to convince you that like he was anything other than who he was. And the more you got to know him, like you love him, but you also understood that he was not playing with anybody. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, I think for me, that's what it's always been, like walking in my truth, being my authentic self, talking about real things, being vulnerable, but at the same time being able to kind of come out of that other bag too, and let you know that, yeah, man, I can talk about these beautiful things and be deeply personal. But part of me is also reminding you, it's like, I am not to be fucked with. Like, I am not playing games over here. You know what I'm saying? So even if I'm laughing and smiling, it's not a game, I promise you. You know, so thank you. Max says, Max Hama, I hope I said that right. It's the first time in your live. I've been a fan for a year now, but never knew you did lives. I've been missing out till now. Welcome to the family. You know what I mean? We do this every Friday at noon, Eastern time, I should say. But yeah, we're doing this, and we're usually on for an hour or two. So welcome. Yeah, welcome to the fam. Clap it up for you. Virgin Love. Hey man, shout out to T Lucas, man. T Lucas, I gotta catch up with homie. I've not spoken to my brother in a minute, you know. Spooky season is staying home. Oh my God. Your lyrics in general are just on another level, along with Sight Star and Shingo, in my opinion. Man, shout out to both of the homies. I have no words to describe it. Thank you so much, family. I appreciate you. Stan, what would you say are your top 5 lines you've ever written? Jesus. Oh man. You have a way of keeping me on for like another 30 minutes every time. And I am not doing that, but I will say, oftentimes some of my favorite lines are not the most obvious, I think, to the listener. Like I would say for your man though, that joint that I just spit, I would say my favorite line in your man though is it's after I do all of the, so what do you do when all of your dreams come true, when people look up to you? So after that, I said, walking the path we paved, cause our ancestors left the light on. They wrote our stories on stars when they couldn't find shit to write on. And then it says Krylon over Orion, right? Like Krylon's like a spray paint brand. Of course, they're like, my graffiti artist friend was like, man, nobody use that shit no more. You should have, could have, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, but Krylon and Orion rhyme, right? So that's ultimately, and I remember back in the day, we didn't, you know, they weren't like spray paint brands that were made specifically for graffiti artists like now. So like, you know, the common brand, or one of the more popular brands, was Krylon and another brand. And so oftentimes when folks were stealing the paint or buying the paint from the store, because some of us stole and some of us bought, right? And some days I stole and some days I bought, right? When I was doing graffiti. And yeah, like Krylon was the main joint in the hood that like I had access to when I would go to like what's it called? Oh my God, you know, like one of these joints, kind of like Home Depot and all of that. I forget what the damn shops are. I know what it is. The moment somebody says it in the chat, I'm like, yes, like a home improvement type of place. You know what I mean? So anyway, but that's my favorite line from that particular track. I would say, man, in the song One Prize that I did, I'm gonna just focus on the songs I just did. I think those are probably it's easier for me to do that than the whole catalog and thinking of that. But in One Prize, there's a part, what's the joint? There's a lot of lines in that, man, a lot of subtle joints, but I was like, there's a part where it's like sourced locally, organically, homegrown. You rocking with the best. We caught every thrown stone. Now we're sitting on stone thrones with our legacy cemented. Cause we didn't jump ship for every wave that was trending. Fam, like that shit is so compact. I love you know, just that whole, how I end that whole first verse, man. Like I really love, and I think that, you know, what I feel like I've gotten better at is I like saying things that are clever, witty, and are also like not surface level deep. And then also just on the surface, like I feel like the message I'm saying is easy to understand. But then all of the other clever like references connecting like the stones and like all like, you know what I mean, all of this different things, our legacy cemented, like those, I think, if they're one-off lines, it feels easy to do. but being able to connect all of those things in a thought that makes perfect sense. And you're doing that for like multiple sentences, multiple bars, and being able to like have the stream of consciousness and then not sacrifice rhythm. You know what I mean? Like still do interesting things flow wise, or still use your instrument to kind of stay in line with the music and all of that. So I love being able to do that. And yeah, man. Yeah, so those are just some of my favorites. I mean, I know there's more, but like it's just not coming to me now, and I'll be here keeping us way past the joint, and then I'm real close to hitting this 2-hour mark. So I got 8 minutes before I can't break this up using this tool in here. So I'm gonna wrap it up. But like, man, thank you. I appreciate you, Max. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you to everybody, man. Shout out to everyone who contributed today. Jesus. Happy Mochi, thank you so much per usual, sis. Thank you for everything you do. David, thank you, man. Kevin, and Happy Mochi, Aria, thank y'all both for becoming members. Just a reminder too that y'all can become members of the YouTube channel. I'm gonna start putting exclusive membership stuff up here. And one of the things I promised to start doing, which I'm gonna do right now before I forget, let's do these shout outs to the Bandcamp subscribers, and also shout outs for the Patreon folks. So I'm bringing up my list right now. Hold on. Let's see. All right. So current Patreon members, quick shout out. Man, shout out to, hold on. Making sure that's up here. Yes. Shout out to Happy Mochi. Shout out to Matthew Thompson. Shout out to Paul. Shout out to Pete. Man, shout out to C Cruz. Shout out to Lucy Camp as well, man. Shout out to Birdman. Shout out to Ryan Daniels, Kevin Singleton, St. John. Shout out to you. Shout out to Frito. Shout out to Blazing Black, Frank. Shout out to Shannon, James McJimmy. That's my man Milio. Shout out to Thomas Hackett. Man, shout out to CJ, Anatomy, Alberto, DJ A-Rock, Kyle, Kevin Gorham. Shout out to Miera, aka Luna Bunny, Adrian, Oda, Ryan, I don't know how to say that last name, Zung, I think, Ziong, Greg Mitchell, Claudette, Jason, Rebecca, my brother Micah Blacklight, Nicology, Kokai, Daniel, Demarius, Ralph, Brent, Casey, Tone Deaf, Noah, Elo, Davey, Mikhail, man, Osa, Sean Hines, Orion Song, Kevin Burkhardt, Power Mitts, Michael Patterson, and the Real Ken Star, man. Hey, thank all of y'all so much for supporting on Patreon. Quick shout out to my Bandcamp folks too. Just making sure we get all of the team mentioned. We gotta make sure we shout out everybody. Everybody getting shout outs. You get a shout out. You get a shout out. Hold on. This joint is tripping. There we go. Do it. All right, here we go. Hey, also shout out to these names. We gonna call you by your real name. Hey, shout out to Colin, because Colin's name is Blazing Balls. Shout out to Colin, shout out to Quintus, shout out to Malik, shout out to Sean, CJ, Travis Love, and Mr. Shear over on Bandcamp supporting. Man, thank you everybody, man. Hey man, this is about to be me and this printer in these streets fighting, because that thing's scaring the hell out of me every time. Hey, Wolfpack, welcome, man. Hey, thank you, man. Recovering from some injuries. Hey man, sending prayers out to you and healing energy to you. Hope you get well soon. Joshua says the line, I'm trying to be the person I needed as a youngin'. Yo, some boy had some much y'all sleep on it. Yo, Yo, thank you, family. Man, I listen. And that line is is inspired by this woman who name, I think it's in my bio on my website. But she says, be the person that you needed when you were younger. And so that line is just my version of what she said, that I heard from her first and foremost. And so like that was just me resharing that, man. But shout out to that woman. Her name is definitely listed in my bio, but definitely big up, man. I appreciate it. Thank y'all both. Yeah, yo, like, I mean, I think I'm very much conscious of what I was missing when I was younger and who I needed in my life and all those things. And I think this journey I've been on has been me being that. But then something I've learned too, I remember, I think it was Warren Buffett that said, he's like, oftentimes we say like, treat people how you want to be treated. Which is the golden rule. But the platinum rule is to treat others how they want to be treated. And that right there is very hard for people to do. Because if you are a person who don't believe that you deserve certain things, and although someone clearly believes that they need those things that you don't believe you deserve, it's hard for you to put your needs aside or put your ego aside, more importantly, and help this person get to those things that you don't even believe you deserve. So, and somehow helping them get this thing that you don't believe you deserve means that they believe they're better than you. Like, I don't need that, or I don't deserve that. We don't get that, so why should you get it? And more importantly, why should I help you get it? And so that's something hard, I think, for a lot of educators and just people in general to do, right? Like, because what you need may not necessarily be what the person next to you needs. And so being able to put your own ego aside to be like, to really listen to people, they're saying they want this. And then so you being like, all right, this is what they want. Let me stop trying to talk them out of what they want for themselves and help them get that. That's hard, I think, for all of us to do. But yeah, man, that's the golden rule. I mean, the platinum rule, right? Love those in-depth responses, man. Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for the vibes. Have a great weekend. Same to you, fam. All right, everybody, I'm out of here. It's time for the ending song. Peace to everybody, yo. Here we go. All right. Y'all take care. It's time for my daughter's favorite part of the show. All right, y'all. Who made it to the end? Who made it to the end? You made it to the end. Who made it to the end? Who made it to the end? You made it to the end. Yo, 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 yo. Who made it to the end? You made it to the end. Who made it to the end? You made it to the end. Who made it to the end? You made it to the end. Yo, 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 yo. Subscribe, like, do whatever you like. Stay subscribed, like, do whatever you like. That's right.